Hi guys, so today is a little strange, the intro video obviously, because I'm not home in Virginia right now where I normally do all my recording. As you can tell by that and the noise, I am in an outside location, so I'm at the hospital with my sister because I've been visiting her in California. But let's cut straight to the chase. So today I am doing my liquids test again. I have on Calaca, and today's brand is Triple D. So if you don't know about Triple D, they're a dip powder company who started offering their own liquids, I believe in November. And they have 3 liquids that they sell: the base bond, the activator, and the top coat, and it retails for $30. And you can't use any coupons or discount codes on them, and I understand why after using them. So if you guys want to see how I use these liquids and see the tests and everything and how I felt about them and just how they apply overall, keep watching. Here we have a base bond, activator, top coat, and brush restorer. Then we also have Calaca by Revel Nail. Alright, so I'm going to put everything to the side so I can get started. Oh, it also comes with dip powder application instructions. Alright, so I'm going to take my rubbing alcohol and cleanse all of my nails. I haven't soaked off my nails in a while. I did for this demonstration, so they look kind of, yeah, not cute. So just wiping them off to cleanse them so I can start my application. You're also going to notice that this nail and this nail are shorter than the rest of my nails. Please don't mind that. I don't plan on putting tips on for this demonstration, just to make those the same length. Alright, so for this first step, it's just traditional. Dip your nail into your powder. So I'm going to take the base bond liquid, open it up, and inspect the top to see if there's a wiper insert. I look for this on every single one of the bottles that I open. It just helps control the liquid coming out of the bottle and onto the brush. So it doesn't look like there is one, and I want to see how much liquid is actually on the top right there. It's not really a lot. Just keep that in mind when you're using any kind of bottle without a wiper insert. So I'm going to get started. I'm going to apply the base bond to my nail and start dipping. So far on first impressions, the liquids are very thin. Because of the thinness of the liquid, it was also able to get really close to my cuticle line. So I'm just making sure it's nice, clean, and seamless. That's why I'm cleaning it up. Okay, so cleaning up my cuticles is a little harder than it traditionally is with any other brand that I do. the powder's still very wet because it's very slow drying. So I feel like I'm like removing powder and liquid because I'm trying to clean up my cuticle way too soon. I'm going to go ahead and speed through this application part just because you guys have already seen it twice, but I will slow down if there's any issues or something I just want to talk about. There's one part on my nail here that like it took a chunk off because I was doing cuticle cleanup before it was dry enough to do cuticle cleanup. So I'm just trying to fill in that little spot. All right, here we are. We've done 3 dips. So you can see how thin they are after just 3 dips. So I think I'm actually going to go for a 4th dip just because I think they're a little too thin for my liking for 3 dips. That's a good thing, but it's also a bad thing if you're always afraid to break a nail. I was just inspecting my nails to make sure they were the thickness that I'd be okay with, and they are. I recommend 4 dips for this brand. I'm not sure how they perform with glitters, so don't ask me. Well, do ask me because I'm going to continue using this liquid for a couple more tries to see if I like it or not. But time to activate and then go in and file and shape and buff. Instructions say I have to wait 2 minutes before I start shaping and buffing, and that makes complete sense with how slow drying these are. So I just waited. I just skipped through that so you guys didn't have to wait with me. So we're gonna go in with my favorite orange buffers. They're super gentle on the skin. I think I tell you guys this every single time. They're my favorite. I love them. And then I use some Revel nail files because I really like them, and a thin file to go around my cuticle edges. Not sure if you want to sit here and just watch me buff for what probably takes me 10 or 15 minutes. So I'm going to definitely fast forward this part for you guys. But this is just a preview of what I usually do. Of how long that took of the video, I did skip over part of the buffing, but it was really easy to buff. So I really like that about these liquids, that it was just, I didn't have any troubles with buffing. So now I'm going to reapply my activator, and then we're going to move on into my top coat. All right, the instructions are very specific for this part. It says to let dry, swipe with alcohol, let dry, and then wipe with a paper towel. So I'm going to do all those steps. Now to inspect the top coat. Again, no wiper insert, and this is how much liquid comes up off of it, just so you guys can see. But time to move on into this top coat. We're going to do thin layers of top coat on every single nail, and then go ahead and repeat that on every single nail. So I personally look at the nail and wait for it to start drying, and you can tell it's drying when it starts to wrinkle just a little bit, and that's when I know I can go in with my second top coat. Okay, I waited a couple minutes before doing this next part because it's always the scariest part, trying to see if the dip powder top coat is actually dry. Okay, it looks dry. I'm gonna do it. Do it, Carol. Oh my god. Okay. This feels glossy. This feels really glossy. Okay. This nail is good. Okay, I'm really impressed with how like slippery and glossy this is in the shine. And I gotta still finish cleaning up apparently. Okay, they all checked out. All of them just completely perfect. I didn't have any matte spots. They were all dry. So I'm going to go ahead and apply my cuticle oil because I have really, really, really dry skin. So, and plus it just makes your nails look better after you're done doing a manicure. This scent is Pink Lemonade Margarita, and it's actually sold at sparkleandco.com. It's not a scent that Cuticle Candi carries in their store, so just keep that in mind if you're looking for it in Cuticle Candi's website. What do you think about those stuffed bunnies right there? Okay, so to get to my thoughts and feelings on these liquids, I'm going to definitely do up close videos for you guys to see what I'm talking about when I talk about lifting in any situation here, and when I talk about self-leveling, because those are two things I really want to talk about. So I have premature lifting on this finger and this finger on this hand. This is the one I did on camera. This was the first hand that I did. This one I did off camera, and I was a lot more meticulous about it. So personally, I think that the liquids pool around the cuticles. So if you are not meticulous about your cuticle cleanup, you can get premature lifting. Like I said, it's only on these two at this point, so the other three are fine. It just be very careful about cuticle cleanup. I did apparently a much better job on cuticle cleanup on this hand because there's no lifting, and I really like the overall result on this hand more than I did this hand. So here is my left hand, the hand that I did first. So you can see what I mean by the pulling and the residue it left. I didn't do a great job on my thumb. I always struggle with my thumbs, but you can see the residue right here, right here, right here. So there's lifting right there. There's lifting under there. It's really hard for me to see. Like, the lifting isn't so severe that these nails will pop off today or something. It's going to take a little bit of practice to get the hang of the thinness and the pulling. So to get to the thinness, because they're so thin, I think that they're not self-leveling. And I'll show you guys what I mean on this finger and this finger. They're definitely not self-leveling, but you can combat the self-leveling issue with buffing because they buff so easily, so well. I think that's not going to be a problem. It was just so easy. It was a dream. I didn't have to re-dip. I didn't have to worry about any color buffing out or anything. I just really loved it. So don't mind me, I nicked myself there recently, but you can see like I'm 4 days in and there's hardly any grow out. Sorry, I really need to grab some cuticle oil. So you can see what I mean by the pulling and the residue it leaves right there. I didn't do a good job on my thumb, but here is the rest of the fingers, and it looks like my index didn't do a good job, but there's no lifting on any of these fingers. So also, these liquids are insanely thin. So just because I don't like name dropping other brands in my liquids review, but I know people are going to ask based on my previous liquids review. These are thinner than Sparkle & Co liquids because I think Sparkle & Co has been the thinnest brand that I've reviewed so far. So these are much thinner. So if you're somebody like me who does traditionally peel base over 1 to 2 layers of clear or scarlet or whatever, you're definitely gonna love these liquids. Like these, I think, are a must-have to have thin liquids with the peel base and like overall thin application. Like I had to stop using one of my favorite brands because with the peel base whole thing that I was doing, it made them thick overall. So I just had to be like, I'm sorry, and put it to the side. So because of like how I'm doing my nails now, these will definitely be my favorite in terms of the thinness and the overall buffing and the application. I wish that they were self-leveling, but you can't have your cake and eat it too, right? Or maybe I just suck at applying them. I don't know. Like I'm not the best. Anyways. When it comes to odor, there was very low odor. I didn't have like any stuffiness. I didn't notice anything, like nothing in the activator, base bonds, or top coat made my eyes water or anything, because I have tried brands in the past where the chemicals in the liquids are so pungent that you're just like, okay, yeah, which actually happened with a different brand recently. So I think these liquids are no odor, super easy to use, super thin, super easy to buff, the whole 9 yards, and I just love the whole design of the bottle. Sorry, this video is like more informal than the way I usually do them. This is not usually my style, but hey, gotta improv sometimes. But that's my liquids review for now. I'm really excited for you guys to hear how I feel about Triple D liquids, and if you guys have used them, please tell me what you think about them. I know that not every single type of liquid is everybody's cup of tea, so that's kind of why I do my liquids review the way that I do them, is I report the facts and I don't tell you really my opinion until the very end. Because I know some people want thicker liquids, some people want thinner liquids, some people don't like thinner liquids. Like our preferences are varying from person to person, and then everybody's body chemistry is also different. So not everything that works for me will work for you, and not everything I like is something that you like, and vice versa. So I hope that you guys like the way that I report my liquids reviews, and it helps you make an informed decision on whether or not you want to purchase the liquids or not. So without further ado, I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and just let me know what you think in the comments. Okay, bye. I'm so mad. I literally just recorded my entire thoughts and feelings on these liquids, and turns out I wasn't recording the whole time. So good job, Carol. Time to repeat yourself. People came in from both doors, so I'm like, let me not talk about nail stuff in front of strangers.